Hello, welcome to PMO Gordo's Tactical Notebook channel. My name is Second Lieutenant Gordon, and this is my evil twin Private First Class Gordo.
Howdy.
Today, we are going to talk about how to make airsoft grenade launching as precise and effective as possible. Tell me, Private Gordo, what do most people use airsoft grenade launcher for?
Well, most people just use them to shoot each other's ass for fun. Here's an example.
Airsoft grenade launchers are mostly used as shotguns. Although there are buckshot rounds for real grenade launchers, they only serve a secondary purpose. The primary purpose of grenade launchers is to fill the gap in range between hand grenades and mortars. Grenade launchers are also quite useful in urban operations. Let us watch the following clips to see how they're used in real life.
The lethal effects produced by the hand grenade at close ranges are available at longer ranges through use of the M79 grenade launcher. This 40mm handheld weapon, with a maximum range of 400 meters, provides area fire capabilities that range between those of hand grenades and those of mortars. Using the airburst principle, this munition extends the versatility of the M79 grenade launcher. Targets in the open, as well as concealed targets, can be defeated because of the area coverage which an airburst munition provides. In street fighting and house-to-house combat, the M79 is extremely effective. Here, enemy troops are taking advantage of the cover afforded by buildings. Soldiers armed with direct fire weapons cannot reach the enemy, but the 40mm launchers can reach them. The projectile impacted at the corner of the building. The lethal fragments covered the area between the buildings, incapacitating the enemy soldiers.
Grenade launchers can be useful in airsoft urban operations as well, especially when the ability to maneuver is limited by the urban structures. However, to achieve this role, we must attain a certain precision in usual airsoft engagement range. B. Produce some light or sound effects to alert the opposing players. Private Gordo, what do most people use as 40mm projectile?
Nerf Vortex rockets are the most common 40mm projectiles. They are easy to get and could get as far as 150 feet. However, any damage to the rockets can affect the precision greatly. Also, they are quite cumbersome to carry. Besides Nerf rockets, most Team Labs produces 40mm foam projectiles in the shape of real grenades. They are well made and have a range of about 70 feet, but they are costly. There are also foam stress balls that can fit in grenade launchers, but they have the tendency of curving sharply the moment of leaving the barrel. There are also rubber projectiles made specifically for airsoft grenade shells, but they are dangerous to skirmish with, as they are similar to the materials used in baton rounds for riot control. Tactical Game Innovation came up with a unique system that consists of a grenade shell with a rifled barrel and a pyrotechnic projectile. The projectiles explode upon impact with a loud bang and bright flash, and have good precision due to the rifling in the grenade shell. The projectiles are disposable, but for the cost of $6 each, they are not a bad deal. However, safety may be the deal breaker for the system. The materials used in the projectiles are plastic, and their unyielding nature combined with the combustible fillings can hurt someone badly if the projectiles hit their heads. Although if all players wear helmets, goggles, and hard masks, I think it may be safe to use.
Крови нет, разорванная одежда.
I have come up with an airsoft grenade launcher system that is precise, effective, and most important of all, safe to use. The system consists of the VFCZ-GLM grenade launcher, matrix as Eagle Force multi-purpose 40mm grenade shell charged with CO2, a modified Vortex football with a large party snap attached to the front. The modified Vortex football can also be picked up and reused. The VFCZ-GLM grenade launcher features a rifled barrel that spins the projectile when firing. There are a few other airsoft grenade launchers that also have rifled barrels, such as Lancer Tactical's EGLM, GMP's rifled barrel M203, and Garda's M320. The Matrix as Eagle Force multi-purpose 40mm grenade shell is built to withstand CO2. Other grenade shells can be used as long as they can use CO2. This is important because green gas and propane only provide pressure up to 200 psi, which can barely move the foam projectile. I found out 700 psi is the ideal pressure for my system. If higher pressure is used, the grenade shell will get stuck. I use my Bull's portable CO2 regulator to charge my grenade shells. The modified Vortex football is a bit hassle to make, but it will be easy with practice. First, cut off the tail of a Vortex football. Cut a small circle from a foam sheet to cover the bottom of the tailless Vortex football. Use resin glue to attach the foam cover. This will prevent the gas from tearing the Vortex football apart. Second, use a 1/2-inch white electrical tape to wrap and shrink the Vortex football. Try keeping the top of the tape from forming bulges, and overlap the tape as little as possible while you work the tape from top to bottom. Third, adjust the tension of the tape so that when you put the projectile into the grenade launcher's barrel, it won't fall out. However, if you blow hard into the barrel with your mouth, you should be able to shoot the projectile out. Lastly, drill a hole at the top of the projectile just wide enough to accept the party snap, and deep enough that about 1/4 inch of the party snap comes out. It will also help to wrap a piece of double-sided tape around the party snap to stabilize its position. The party snap is different than the one little kids play with. It produces a bang almost as loud as a Thunder Bee grenade, that is safe to use on human skin, which we will demonstrate. I will now demonstrate the use of my airsoft grenade launcher system. First, I will fire at a distance of 25 feet. You will see the projectile hit the man-sized target squarely, and produce a loud bang upon impact. Next, I will fire at a distance of 60 feet. You will see the projectile hit the middle of the group of target. I forgot to install the party snaps, so there was no bang. Lastly, I will fire at a doorway at a distance of 100 feet. You will see the projectile fall into the doorway. As you can see, my system is both precise and effective. As for safety, Private Gordo, take this grenade launcher and shoot at my back at a distance of 10 feet.
Sir, yes, sir.
As you can see, I was not harmed. But I believe the minimum engagement distance should be 10 feet, and it should not be aimed at human bodies. Private Gordo, you had used my airsoft grenade launcher at Irene 10. Tell me your experience.
Gladly, sir. The airsoft grenade launcher firing Nerf rockets was the only method to take out tanks at Irene 10. I am glad to have one tank kill in the first morning. Before I get to the details, I want to first salute the Delta's tank crew. They not only put together a fine airsoft tank with 2 machine guns, a full sealed rotating turret, a loudspeaker, and a sexy paint job, but also drove fear to every Charlie guy. I found it demoralizing when the Delta's tank approached while playing that stupid ice cream vendor's music. My team, the Gun Devils as a squad and Charlie, first encountered the Delta's tank when we were defending the Building 7. The tank kept circling around the building and forcing everyone to keep his head down. I was ordered to fire at the tank when it passed the doorway. When it came closer, I was met with a hail of BB from the tank, so I quickly ducked deeper into the building. But as the tank went by the doorway, I was presented with the perfect opportunity to attack since I was no longer under fire. Even so, the shot was not easy. I had a full deflection shot at a distance of 60 feet. I pulled the trigger the moment I had the tank inside me. My grenade launcher gave out a loud bang, and my foam projectile darted out and hit the tank right by the driver's window. The crowd around Building 7 went wild. There were people hopping up and down. Unfortunately, none of this was captured on tape. Another thing I want to point out is that the grenade launcher was really used as an area effect weapon at Irene 10.
I have a possible explanation for that. The common airsoft grenade launcher system is not accurate and precise, and even if the projectile hit a player, the impact force is so light that the player can hardly notice. With my system, the projectile is more likely to hit the target and give out a loud noise to notify the enemy that he is hit. Here's a possible scenario suitable for the deployment of my airsoft grenade launcher system. Your squad is coming down a street and making contact with an enemy in a covered position. There are no side streets and little cover. You first have a fire team lay down a base of fire. While the enemy is busy trading shots with your support team, you maneuver your grenade launcher to a different position and launch grenades to eliminate the enemy. Well, time's up. This is Second Lieutenant Gordon and Private First Class Gordo. We thank you for your attention. See you next time. Hooah.